course, on Whirlwind. In the
Yep.
bottom right, from Team Druids, we have Duggi.
There we go, Duggi. And on the top side, we've got from Team Grubby, it's going to once again be Grubby, the green Protoss.
Yep.
Yeah, big map. I don't know if Duggi chose this because he was so annoyed last game by the multi-pronged aggression. He was like, you know what, I'm just going to choose the biggest map. It's going to make it a little bit harder to get over here. But yeah, Whirlwind, it's huge, and I would expect a long macro game on this map. But Grubby last game going for the early aggression, going for the proxy Stargate, and then following it up beautifully by a 3-gate. Let's see if Duggi can pull back. Like I said, I'm still confident. It's a great player. Both of these guys are really good, so I wouldn't be surprised any of the outcomes here.
So Whirlwind is a big map, like we mentioned. Notice how there's a lot of distance between all of these bases, and there's a lot of places to drop as well. Especially if you want to take the third, you better have some good defense up there. This means the Terran, once they get it to the mid game, they get to the point where they can drop with medevacs, are going to be very powerful. But before that, Stargate play is going to be even more powerful. So I once again really expect Grubby to anticipate Duggi to go once again for something like a 1-Rex fast expand. And try to get into mid-game and do a solid push with Marines and Marauders and Medivacs. And just try to beat that by going for a quicker Stargate, perhaps proxied, perhaps for go something like a DT drop, which is very popular these days. Lost to it on ladder to it the other day. And yeah, we already have, of course, a probe moving out here by Grubby.
Yep, probe's gonna go ahead and scout the wrong base first. It seems like one thing to note is Duggi took his refinery before his barracks, so it is going to be Reapers. I can't see any other outcome in that build. We also see that Grubby once again comfortably doing the same build as last game. After the pylon, going for the gateway, adding up to a simulator is gonna get that gas really quickly before the cybernetics core. Now Reapers are really, really good right now in Heart of the Swarm. They can be very aggressive early game. You can keep them alive. You can scout your opponent. But they're gonna come a little bit late because the map is so large. Yeah. So the first Stalker will be out.
Yeah, and keep in mind, of course, the actual travel distance for the Reaper is so long. Actually, he's going to throw down the barracks on this reactor and factory next to it. So we might see something like Hellbat, Widowmine, who knows? You need, of course, an armory to make Hellbat, so Widowmines is a bit of a shorter path. But what I was going to say, Reapers is not so viable on this map because the amount of area of approaches is very small. You only can get to your opponent's natural by heading up, the regular ramp, and there's a few places you can hop into the main from there. But the path of defense for the Protoss would be very simple, to put it like that. And we have a proxy pylon going up here for Grubby.
Yep, and it's gonna be waiting to see what comes out of the factory. It's gonna be Hellions, and it's gonna be a starport.
Wow.
So we will see medevacs coming out of the starport. He's gonna go for that Hellion harassment. He already has 3 supply depots at the front. He closes it up just before the probe gets in. I like that. So he will not have any clue what's going on in that base. And that's very scary for a Protoss player. And he sees the Stalker, and that's it.
Yeah, you can really count on the fact that you'll see a reactor on that barracks if it's walled off like that. Oh, probe actually gets away, but now it sees the Hellion, so...
I don't know if this was a good choice by Duggi revealing the Hellions. It will give Grubby a clear indication of what's going on.
Yeah, and he's actually moving a Stalker all the way across the map already aggressively. Probably just gonna... No? Okay. I thought he would just park it at the Zilnaga Tower, but he's just gonna go in for a quick peek. But this actually makes something very difficult for Duggi. He's got 1 Marine on the way. I think it just popped... No, he cancelled it even. A medevac and Hellions. And those things can't shoot up, I'm afraid. And we have an Oracle on the way.
Yep, we've got an Oracle on the way. Like mentioned, Grubby going for the exact same build as last game. I have the Stargate selected. The Oracle will pop out soon, but this time Duggi doesn't know about it. Is the medevac going to see it? The medevac is going to see it. So he's going to know about it right now, but that's a little bit too late. There's nothing to defend this Oracle, is there?
Nope, he's going to be making a Viking, which will of course defend. But the amount of casualties when it comes to the SCVs is just horrifying for the Terran. We do have the Hellions massing up with the natural Grubby, who is getting Warp Gate is just finished up. He's going to morph these Warp Gates any second now. But he's probably focused a bit too much on killing all these SCVs and actually gets it out way in time before the Viking finishes. So, okay, we have the drop now going on to the main, not being spotted by Grubby quite yet. So these Hellions, they have to make something really work here.
Yep, they have to do as much damage as the Oracle.
Oh, Grubby works in the front actually, so there's only 2 Stalkers here to actually defend.
Yep,
So
there's
these
only
probes
two.
getting
two
slaughtered too.
Those stalkers were defending the Hellions he sent in from the front. That was a really good play from Duggi, and Duggi's gonna kill a lot of probes here. And I think
Oh
he's
look!
actually economically ahead at this point.
Oh my God! The depots are actually down in the main of Duggy, so these stalkers could just
Yep,
walk in.
yep,
So
I saw that on the
effectively,
minimap. He never raised those depots, and now he's in a really bad position once again.
Grubby killed the Vikings, so there's nothing really to stop this Oracle. Oh wow! And there's still how many probes are there? There's 2 probes. So I think yeah, Duggy being a bit bummed out.
Yep,
Well, 1 probe being cut out, but it's okay. He still has another one. And yeah, GG.
yep,
Wow,
GG.
that's such highly aggressive play by both. But once again.